Yeah, so thank you for joining us back again.
Stay close, guys. The freaking car stop.
So, sorry about that. Like, my siblings and my mom just got home, and whenever they get home, all of their devices connect to the network, so it always lags right then. Um, yeah, but anyway, as I was saying, uh, that door and this main area, main flank. That's all we have to concentrate. Now I need to push this. Once we push this into second cap.
Jingle bells.
The sandwich is floating.
All right, so the map dramatically changes because capping that point, this entire area back here is pretty much closed off. Everything just opens up. A lot more is accessible to us. In fact, the entire to us. So I'll take you guys all the way to the end. All the way to the end is accessible to us past that point. Before we cap second, that's all locked off, which is kind of crazy. It's kind of like we're playing on two maps at once.
Is it
Keep
locked off
that-
for defense as well?
Yes. Defense spawns up here till we cap both.
Yeah.
Meech, why don't you kill yourself and show us where defense spawns afterwards?
So would you suggest us specifically harassing the engineer as we move out of second after capping it so we can prevent him from getting a sentry up?
I'll show you guys why that'll be a little hard, but in most circumstances we'll probably be able to do that. But let's all watch the Meech cam.
The Meech.
So, where is he
Meech.
spawning? Go ahead and walk out. Look at where he is. He's all the way at
I
the
don't know where he
beginning
is.
of
That's
the
the
map.
last point.
That is the last point, which means
60% of the map.
two things. First, oh, look at where we're spawning. Right here, literally right in front of the cart. If you walk outside, it's right there. That's amazing. This means that on second hold, once they capture second, I should say, we cannot die. If we lose 3 players even, 2 players even, on this map and we're defending, we are pushed to last. Period. That's it. Game over, we lose. It's incredibly important for nobody to die when we're defending. More so on this map than on any payload map. Past second point, it's game over if we die. I can't, I know I'm saying that a lot, but I really want you guys to understand that spawning here right in front of the cart and then spawning at the end of the map is absolutely just ridiculous. Also, let me bring your attention to this. Look at how slow that climbs the hill. This is incredibly... Meech, please. Thank you. This is incredibly slow to climb the hill. This can be a really good place for our combo to spam. In order to do that, however, we need to be set up. How do we set up? There's a few ways. So, this is the next point everyone needs to capture. To defend this point, most of the time our engineer will want to put his sentry up on this ledge because it watches over a lot, but it can be easily spammed out. That's the downside. What happens if you just can't keep it up? Hold your sentry back here. Why back here? This is a one-way. If they try to push through that, one way, our sentry will be able to stop them. Alright? So, either the sentry's up here or back here. If the sentry's up there, we need to hold kind of... Well, our flank needs to hold kind of back. Either here, or even if our flank is pushed up even further, here, it's fine. Meanwhile, our combo should be spamming from this window onto cart. Once the cart is near that hill, just be careful, because you can get spammed out easily from this window. If you can spam this hill. If you can't, just back out combo to this area, spam from back here, okay? Now, why is this hill so good? This hill is so good because of our pickaxes. and Pliskin are going to be the people doing most of the work, or Psylocke and Teppy, or whoever else is playing Spy
Fine.
and Sniper. Basically, as they're climbing this hill, if you can just keep picking them off of the cart, we can pretty much hold this for a very long time. Dangers of this point, however, are that it's easily spammable. This giant window room right here, standing in here, is pretty much a death sentence. If they shoot up into here, we die. Another danger about this point is... Ooh, jingle bells. Another danger about this point is just being so close together that if one person dies, everyone dies. And remember what happens if we lose even 2 people. It's bad news for us. Anyway, let's say they've pushed this. They still spawn back there, I think. I don't think their spawns move yet. However, our spawns, again, are still all the way at the beginning. So, they still have advantage in terms of spawns. This room is our next area, I should say. If our NG can't build a sentry in here, that's okay. We can still hold it because it is deceptively easy to spam. Now, what are the areas we hold? Let's see. Once they have control of this area, they can go into this drop down. Bam! And they're right here, right next to us. That's scary. So, pretty much don't just stand in this room and wait to get spammed. However, that's pretty close to us. And if they get behind us, that'll be very bad. So our flank should be watching around this area, right here. Why? Because they can see anyone who drops down, and they can see anyone trying to flank around. And... no, that's something else, actually. That's a spawn. But anyway. So our flank is back here. Where's our combo? Our combo's pushed a little forward, going from this angle, trying to spam onto the cart from here. Dangers, of course, are the sniper sightline right down C. If that's ever the case, of course, back off and spam from a little further. They're going to come out of this one way. They're going to come out of that drop down, and those are pretty much... oh, and this main area. Those are pretty much the only areas they can move. So, lots of areas to spam in this house. Also a great place for a sniper to be watching. I can't tell you how good a sniper is in this household. A sniper watching from back here can watch all the way back to C point. He can peek from the stairs right there. That E drop down isn't really an issue, as long as we're watching.
What was the gun location for that room?
The gun location, you have a variety of options. This is pretty much the engineer creative corner, because some good places for the gun are right up here. Another good place is, even if your team is pushed up, you can put it even up here near this wood. Down here watches that drop down, and it watches this ramp area, but it's easily spammed down here, so keep that in mind. There's a lot of good places for the gun. I want you to experiment when we're playing and see what suits you best. Even a gun right here is really good because it watches the drop down and it watches the car as it curves around this line. And all the way to here is where the point is. So this is still a valid place for the sentry to be watching. Now, look at this. Look at what just opened up.
That's the door.
That opened up as soon as we captured that point. Which means, once blue captures that point, they're going to be able to go straight from C into E through here. This is why our flank watches this area. Because once they are about to capture there, our flank will be right here ready to fight. This is flank. This whole area is flank. Look, their flank can literally spawn, go through this one way, drop down, and be right next to our spawn. That's bad news. If we don't have anyone on the flank watching that room, we're gonna get destroyed by their flank every time. That being said, our flank should take full advantage of this, try and take this area, try and spam them out, and then try and take control of this area so that they can have full control of their spawn, basically. However, Scout, don't jump down here. You will not be able to get back up. You will die. Soldier, jump down here when they're not watching. Again, you will die if they're watching. If if they're not watching, Soldier can go ahead and get down here, get right up close to their spawn, and get a few picks before returning. Of course, there's half ammo, half health right there in case you got hurt on your way down. Returning and jumping back up there. It's great for soldiers. It's not great for scouts. Scouts, you need to stay up top so that you have security to come back, and so that we can continue to watch this area so that they don't retake it, of course. Combo, of course. Well, not of course. I should say, as Combo's pushing out through here, pretty much just push through main. There's no real risk to it besides it being kind of cramped. That being said, it is kind of cramped. Great area for spam. Stickies can go all along that wall. Traps can go all over this place. Our heavy standing up here can defend them from coming up from the top. Defending this area is really good, but once they're past that area, back off. Now, carts around here. Alright? Where's our focus? There's going to be a lot of things to watch at once. We're going to have to watch that room over there for their soldier to jump down. So basically, in that E upper area, we're going to have to watch this main area, right? It looks like a lot of routes. Let's see, right here there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different team go. We're going to reduce it to 2 places, like we're going to do everything. The 2 areas are, our flank are going to be in this upper hold when we're holding. So you flank, try not to lose this area at all. Their flank's going to try hard to push through here. Sometimes their combo might try to push through here. That's a mistake. If they do flank, you guys will not win that fight. They're going to think they won the fight, but in reality, in the long run, that's a mistake. And I'll tell you guys why, but if they push through their flank, it's very important that you call it. Their combo should not be able to take that ground.
That call being flank.
Just call that they're pushing through
Combo's
upper...
flank.
Yeah, they're pushing through flank. Combo's pushing through flank. It's flank and main. Those are our callouts for this whole map. I don't want you to think of anything else, because if you're thinking of other things, you're probably not going to be very successful. And our combo is going to watch these 3 areas. Sentry. Oh, I should be on the cart. Okay, so. Why can't I jump on this? What the fuck? It's the presence, I swear. Okay, so Sentry usually gets placed back here, or on that roof, somewhere a little further back. That's it. As long as flank is watching
Merry
that
Christmas.
side and combo's watching this side, our last hold should be pretty solid. Snipers up on that roof, super, super effective. That's pretty much it. Don't die after they take second, and we'll play a good game. But watch, even to the red team, notice this entire area right here is still locked off. The entire half of the map is locked off until blue team captures second.
That's cool.
That is incredible. There's no real other map that does that. It's going to be fun. I think we're going to have a really good time.
Hopefully, literally. It's a stopwatch joke.
If I was on
Sorry.
a team and not in spectate, I would have just killed myself.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr.
You're fine. You're execing.
Mission begins in
All right.
Kelly's gonna be super important.
You
on
guys
this.
can go ahead and join the server now.